This is a comforter and this is a quilt. Believe it or not, they actually have a lot more in common than one may think, but there are also quite a few differences as well. Oftentimes, many sleepers get them mixed up or don't know which one may work better for their certain sleeping situation, so today I'm comparing them side by side and will weigh their pros and cons to ultimately help you decide which option may be the best for you. Just think of me as your mattress fairy godmother, or for today's purposes, the comfort queen. My goal is to make your sleeping experience a lot simpler and stress-free, so let's go ahead and dive in.
She knows everything about everyone.
That's why her hair is so big. It's full of secrets.
First off, quilts and comforters, as you can see, are both plush, soft pieces of bedding that are intended to keep you nice, warm, and cozy at night.
So comfy, so cozy.
Comforters are usually made out of either cotton, polyester, wool, feathers, down, or even more natural or synthetic materials. Quilts can often contain cotton in either its top or bottom layer and are sewn together in a specific type of pattern or design. Both tend to feature a very similar grid design and can contain similar types of fill like down or polyester. Another similarity between comforters and quilts is that sleepers can enjoy sleeping with either year-round. Depending on the climate where you live or the time of the year, you may prefer to choose a quilt over a comforter or vice versa. A quilt is oftentimes better suited during the warmer months since they don't tend to be as thick nor bulky as a comforter is and don't trap heat as easily. However, the comforter usually comes in handy on cooler, chillier nights because the filling or down used in them are meant to be warm. But I'll dive more into that in a little bit when I'm comparing the two individually. I want you to keep in mind that prices will vary based on the quality of either the comforter or quilt you buy. The higher quality the fabric or fill used in either the quilt or comforter, the pricier it will be. And keep in mind that organic materials tend to be more expensive compared to synthetic. Now that we talked about their similarities, I want to dive a little bit deeper into what separates the two, and let's start with comforters. A comforter is made up of two layers of identical fabric sewn together in a grid format and contains filling between those layers. Think of the outside of a comforter as a thick, soft shell with the inside made of soft, plush fill. Some of the filling on the inside can be lightweight cotton, down, polyfiber, and much more. Comforters tend to be fluffier and more bulky compared to a quilt. Comforters are basically a thick plush blanket and can oftentimes feel either more heavy or lightweight depending on the type of materials used or how much fill is on the inside. Comforters are designed to offer insulation, which is why they typically keep you warmer compared to a quilt. Not only can comforters come in almost any color or design possible, but they also can range in price. Luxury comforters tend to be made with fabrics with a higher thread count like silk, bamboo, or fancy Egyptian cotton. However, many budget-friendly comforters are less lofty than luxury comforters, but can match every bedroom aesthetic and fall under many sleepers' budgets. Quilts, on the other hand, have a slightly different construction. They are typically made of two outer layers of blankets or thin layers of fabric stitched together with batting on the inside. Once the quilt is finished, you will never see the batting. However, the materials that make up the batting in a quilt can also greatly vary from cotton to polyester to wool or even down. While quilts can oftentimes be thinner compared to comforters, they can also have a heavier weight to them, especially if it's a quilt with a ton of patchwork on it. And speaking of patchwork quilts, these type of quilts are very common due to their individualism, creativity, and nostalgic feeling. You've probably seen patchwork quilts at your grandparents' houses or even just on the TV. Many patchwork quilts incorporate sentimental fabric or meaningful patterns. Since quilts are more lightweight than comforters, they tend to be more breathable and a cooler option. And keep in mind that more extravagant, unique hand-quilted quilts may cost more due to the time, labor, and materials it takes to make them. Now that we know how the two are different, I do want to offer my expertise. They do call me the mattress expert for a reason, on when you would rather choose a comforter over a quilt. First off, simplicity. Comforters often come included in a bed-in-a-bag ensemble with matching pillowcases and sheets. That way you have everything you need in one set. This is helpful if you don't want to waste much time trying to match different bedding accessories or patterns, or just want to buy your entire bedding at one time. Comforters pair easily with sheets, blankets, and even throws, and can often give your bed a layered look, so if you prefer that, then you may want to consider a comforter. As I mentioned earlier, comforters are known for their insulation, and the thick filling on the inside is designed to keep sleepers warm all night long, so depending on where you live, they are perfect for colder, chillier winter months. And since comforters tend to be thicker and more bulky compared to quilts, they may be harder to wash, clean, and dry, as well as store compared to a quilt. Comforters tend to be larger than quilts, so washing them can sometimes be a hassle. Make sure you carefully follow along with the care instructions provided to maintain the longevity of your comforter. In fact, if you like the look of layering, you can simply place a quilt over a comforter to change the look of your bedding and for extra warmth. And next up, let's go ahead and talk about who would probably prefer quilts over a comforter.
I can't sleep without my quilt.
Since quilts tend to be much thinner than a comforter, they are perfect for hot sleepers or to use in the warmer summer months. If you prefer customization and love to mix and match pieces to fit your overall dream bedroom aesthetic, then maybe a quilt could be a good option for you. Patchwork and cotton quilts can come in tons of colors and designs, and everyone has different preferences for what they like best, so you can choose according to your bedroom decor and aesthetic preferences. It's important to read the care instructions carefully, but since quilts are thinner, you shouldn't have an issue cleaning or storing them compared to comforters. And since most comforters come in a set, they are generally expected to be used with the sheets and pillowcases they come with. You can add a quilt to your bed for added warmth, or you can like the look of layering and want to add more color, textures, and feels to your bed. There you have it, the differences between comforters versus quilts. Let me know which one you prefer in the comments down below, and if you have any other questions, you can drop me a comment as well. Now, before you go, tap that like button and subscribe for future content just like this.